Hi there, folks. It's Mandy from Kemp Freehold, and some of you have probably been wondering where we've been. Well, we got sick again. The kids got sick, and I got sick, and Matt got sick, which is really strange. Like, he hardly ever gets sick. He had a very high fever for a few days, and that was about it. He felt terrible and slept a lot, but that was the end of that. And then I was babysitting a neighbor's daughter, and they had asked me to watch her, and I had been toying with the idea of opening a daycare, in-home daycare. No. Nope. Poor little dear. It's not really her fault. She wasn't quite 2 years old, and she cried for her daddy all day long. Like, poor little thing. Unless I was holding her physically, like, hold her sitting on the couch, she just cried. I'm glad she liked me, so that was something, but still, I told them after 2 weeks she hadn't adjusted and that they were going to have to find somebody else to watch her because I'm not going to, facilitate that. She was literally like, anytime the door would open, she would run to it thinking it was her daddy. Or if one of the kids said the word daddy. So like on days when Matt didn't have work because of the rain, yeah, those were tough because daddy was said a lot. So she's gone now and will not be returning. But because of it, I got so behind on all my stuff. So those of you who are not ready for Christmas, raise your hands. Oh. I didn't do any cookies. I haven't done any fudge. And usually, if you've been with the channel for a while, you know that I have usually make a lot of cookies and a lot of fudge, and I love to give out stuff. Not this year. It's going to have to be after Christmas. We moved our Vigilia celebration, that's usually Christmas Eve. We moved that to January the 7th, and we'll have an open house that day because people can't come on Christmas Eve anyway. And I'll just have lots of cookies for that. And people who come can fix themselves a box to take home, I guess, or I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't have the kids' presents wrapped. I did get presents. Not a lot. I think each kid has one present and one book. And I'm going to discuss that more in detail on another video, but that's where we are with that. Around the homestead, Susie died, our black goat. Kaz had seen Suki, that's her daughter, butt her the day before, and she went down, and Kaz had to help her up, and I don't know if there was an injury there. She seemed fine, but she was gone the next morning. Susie was older. She was 12 or 13. So it could have just been her time to go, but that was frustrating because she was definitely pregnant, and Susie has had twins, so that was kind of upsetting. That's we've lost half of our herd in 6 months. So we'll be looking out for getting more goats because we either need to get more goats or we need to get rid of the goats. 2 is not enough goats. Because if you're familiar with goats, they're herd animals, and they need more than just 2. And Suki's mean. She needs to be put in her place. What I need to do is get like a 300-pound buck that can like knock her over. I don't know. Anyway, the weather here is raining sideways and blowing its backside off, but it hasn't gotten really cold yet. It's 47 degrees now, I think it is, but it's supposed to drop overnight and be down to 14 degrees. 0 with wind chill. We did build a new house for the goats. We moved them further up the hill so they're not down in the bog. Our property floods in the back, so it gets really soggy, I guess is a good word. So a friend of ours came over and helped us, and we moved the fence, and we built a bigger house. I had to end up putting a door on a section of it so Suki can't butt poor Kiki all the time. And that's where we are. We're just waiting for the temperature to drop. We have a few things in order should the electricity go out. I'm hoping not because this house is heated with electricity. I do have a kerosene heater, and we're hoping eventually to get a gas generator so we can just run the cord for the pellet stove out the window and we'd at least be able to heat this section. But, these aren't cheap. I hope this finds you well, and we will see you soon. Hopefully I'll be making more videos and doing more fun stuff, and we'll see you next time. If this is of interest to you, like and subscribe, and remember, do what you can with what you got. Toodles!